everyone? So time for another box. But first, I have a quick little public service announcement. So, if you don't want to hear it, feel free to skip ahead. But anyway, I just wanted to say this. I've said it a million times before, but people still aren't getting it, so I'm going to have to say this more often in my videos because I constantly get this complaint. People comment on my videos saying that I complain too much. I complain about these boxes. And I just want to announce right now, I've said it so many times before, but I'm never ever complaining about any of these boxes. Nothing I say is ever a complaint. I'm giving a review, and I'm just giving explanations of that review. I totally understand why people might see that as a complaint, but I just want to announce right now for like the millionth time that I'm never ever complaining about these. I don't have complaints about them. I love all these boxes. I wouldn't have 15 to 20 of them every month if I didn't like them. So please don't ever take anything I say as a complaint. Take it only as constructive criticism and an in-depth analysis. Don't take it in a negative way, and don't think I'm ever being negative or complaining about any of these boxes. So I get that comment often, and people are more than entitled to their opinion, but I don't want to argue with every single person. So again, I just wanted to announce that. So hopefully that gets through to people, because so many people watch the videos, but they don't read the descriptions, they don't read the About Me section, so they don't understand. So I just wanted to say that very quickly. That's all I'm going to say about it. But anyway, we've got Loot Crate. So always an exciting box to see. It never disappoints. It's always been on top of the charts. It's always been like in the top 5. So they put out really good stuff. But let's see what we got this month. First off, we got a shirt. And no surprise here, it's a crossover. It's a crossover between Transformers and Tron. Now, this one I actually really liked. Now, I haven't, most people, and me included, aren't a big fan of the crossovers because it happens too much, people force it too much, there's too much crossover, and the basic rule of thumb I've given to people is that for the crossover t-shirts, usually, not always, but usually, when they cross over genres, it's okay. But when they cross over characters, it's bad. For example, when 1UpBox did their Mario Batman crossover, it was weird, it was awkward, and the same thing about the Powerpuff Girls DuckTales crossover, like, it just came across weird. But when they do genre crossovers, that's okay. And I really like this one. This was a good one. It says Prime on the bottom, but basically this is a genre crossover. They didn't cross over any specific characters, just the genre. So they took the very famous Optimus Prime pose, I think that's from the movie that they did way back in the 80s, but that famous pose, and they just made it look like the Tron style with the highlighted attributes, and it had the neon lights around it. So this is where the genres are crossing over, and like I said, that's always okay. That comes across cool, and that's a good thing. And I really like this. I thought it's a cool design, I like the neon style, and it's a really cool Transformers shirt. So I give kudos to them because they did a good job on the crossover. It looks like it's designed well, and yeah, I really like the design. It was a very cool t-shirt. So here's an instance where crossovers worked out okay. Normally they don't, but this time it was okay. So the next item, which is a big item, and I'll probably take it out of the box and take a better picture, but it's a half-scale replica of the Endo skull from Terminator. This is from the endoskeleton, the T-800 model. If anyone's watched Terminator 2 Judgment Day, or practically any Terminator, it's that silver metal skeleton. It's very recognizable in this day and age. So, it was good timing with this item because the new Terminator movie just came out. I literally just watched it last night. Pretty good movie. I actually enjoyed it. They did very well. It was a cool movie. I liked it. So I was pretty excited to see this item in here. I've always wanted one of these skulls. I have similar, not like this, but skulls in my room that are decorated. So I've always wanted one like this, like a replica. Now I'm going to talk about this at all, but again, let me preface this with, none of this is a complaint, just giving a review. So, this is an exclusive item. It's from Chronicle. Now, this isn't a very well-known company. It's still cool that it's exclusive, so no complaints there. That's awesome. But I must point out that the quality on this is not super. The sculpt on it is okay. The paint job on it is pretty rough. I'm just looking at like the teeth and stuff, and I'll try to take it out and take a better close-up picture to show you guys the quality of this. But the paint job on the teeth is like they're out of place, so he kind of looks like a hillbilly a little bit with his teeth going all directions. And the sculpt on it, like I said, is moderate, but the paint job, it's just silver. They didn't give it that like metallic look. They didn't paint it with like the shiny silver, so it looks like the polished metal. It's just like regular silver, so it doesn't look as much like the skeleton. And also, I just watched the movie and saw the shape of the skull, and they didn't capture that shape exactly. Like, you can obviously tell what it is when you look at it, but it doesn't look exactly like the skull. And the only reason I point these things out is because I'm an artist myself. I've done sculpture. I know about these kinds of things. And on top of that, I've tried to purchase replicas of this skull myself because I wanted one, and they're crazy expensive because people have done proper replicas, and they're outlandishly priced, by the way, but you can find them, and they're really cool and well done. So this one that's die cast, it came from a mold, and it looks like they didn't paint it by hand, they painted it by machine, and you can tell that, so the quality does suffer a little bit. Again, no complaints, just pointing that out. That being said, I still think this is a really cool item. I still really like this item. I'm happy they put it in there. I'm just pointing out some details on it, but I'm still happy that it's in there because, like I said, I just saw the movie. Terminator 2, it was the first one I saw, which is an epic movie. It's a total classic. So I'm happy to get this. I'm totally keeping this and putting it on a shelf because it is still a really cool item. Like, I think most people will like this and like to have this like badass skull on their desk or on their shelf or whatever. And on top of that, it's exclusive, which is, I've said many times, like, that's the most I ever hope for in a box is exclusive like figures and collectibles I can display. That's always my number one. That's the thing I like to see most, and this is definitely it. Now, it would have been better if a different company had did it, like something like Titans or something like that, that is more established. Now, Chronicle is obviously a younger company, so they're not as high quality in their sculpts and paint jobs, but that's okay though. At least it's exclusive, and at least it's a cool item. So I've rambled on enough about this, but I just wanted to talk about the quality a little bit because, like I said, I am reviewing it. But I still really like this item. I was excited to see it, and I think it was a very good choice, and I was happy about it, and I totally love this item. So, great choice, you guys. Alright, moving on. We got our little pamphlet here that talks about all of our items. This is just a pencil pouch. It has a little carabiner on there, and it just, like, you can't see it right now, I'll put a picture at the end, but it shows some circuitry on it. It's just a blue pencil pouch. I think they said it was exclusive in here. Hold on, let me check real quick. Let's find the item. Yeah, exclusive. So, one thing about Loot Crate, this is one thing I don't like about the company. They use the word exclusive way too much. So they make items that are just filler, that are cheap in quality, like a pencil pouch, or a door hang, or a bookmark, things that are made of paper that anyone can make themselves, and they're like, oh, these are exclusive items. It's like, technically you're right, they're not lying or anything, they are exclusive, but it's like, they're trying to really like promote it overly. Like, it's a pencil pouch. Like, come on guys, like it's a pencil pouch. Even if it is exclusive, I don't think that changes anything. At the end of the day, it's a pencil pouch. But if you need one, it's great, but this is kind of just a filler item. It looks cool, it's a nice design, but it's a pencil pouch. Like, about how excited can you be about a pencil pouch? Like, about this excited. So, anyway, there's your pencil pouch. Next, we got a keychain. Come on. So this is also from Terminator as well. I can get the fucking thing out of there. Jesus. Oh, it was attached to this, that's why. So, this is actually a Terminator keychain, and again I'll show a picture at the end, of the brain chip. Now, if you see the most recent movie, you see a close-up of this, so it's kind of cool that this is a very relevant item, because you see this specifically in the new movie. Now, this is good because it's like heavy quality. I don't know if it's metal per se, but it's something like that. It's probably pewter, like a cheap metal, but it's still cool. And it looks very nice. And again, it's not like super high quality or anything like that, but it's keychain quality, so it is nice, and it has some weight to it and some texture to it, so it's very cool. When I saw it, I was kind of hoping it was a flash drive, and I think they should have done something like that. Like, it would be so cool if this was a flash drive, because I would totally use it. This as a keychain on its own, I probably wouldn't end up using this because, you know, you get so many keychains, you can only use so many. But it's still cool, though. It was a cool choice. It's a cool design. I just wish it was more practical, because it actually does look like a USB flash drive, so I was kind of hoping that's what it was. It wasn't, but, you know, that's okay. Can't complain about that. But yeah, it's still a cool design. It's cool quality keychain. So, nice. Next, get it out. Next, we got some posters. They're kind of posters. I don't know if I'd necessarily call them posters, because they're not, from what I can tell, they're not for displaying purposes. So these are like target things. So there's a little target on this guy's head, and these are for target practice. And they actually showed in their little brochure that that's what they're intended for like shooting darts at or something like that. They're intended for target practice. It's from Battlestar Galactica, the newer series. So, and you get 2 of them. They're the exact same thing, so it's like, I don't know if I could say they're posters per se, because I doubt you'd be displaying these. They're more for practical, like, dart use or shooting something at it, so they're more for that use. You could display it, but they folded it like that, so again, I would doubt you would want to display it because there's obvious creases in there, but it's just for like fun, extra practical use. So the last item we got here, just a sticker sheet. This is from Nero Machine. This is mostly an advertisement though. Has stickers on here, but this is an advertisement for a mild convention at the Children's Museum. Not really a convention, but it's at the museum, so it's a museum display. There's activities and things there, but it's going on the same time as Comic-Con, that same weekend, and it's basically just for nerds specifically. I've seen this coming up a lot. For those of you who don't know, I'm based out of San Diego, and that's where Comic-Con is based at. I was born and raised like 30 minutes from where the original Comic-Con was originated. I was there. And the San Diego Convention Center is, again, like 30 minutes from my house, like not far at all. So I've always been around it. So something I've noticed coming up recently, there's a lot of smaller conventions because it's impossible to get into Comic-Con nowadays. So they come up with these like sub-conventions that are around the convention center that are for people that either are done with Comic-Con or finishing their day or that can't get in there. So this is one of those. This is going to be something going on at the Children's Museum, and it's something where they're going to have things there. I'm not sure exactly. I haven't done a lot of research, but this is an advertisement for that with some stickers. So really no value here or anything, but it's cool to know about this stuff. I didn't mind it at all because I might go check it out. I might not end up going to Comic-Con because, again, it's impossible to get into, but I might go take a look at what this is. It might be cool. But anyway, that was the last item. Some stickers. No biggie there. So, let's go back through this box and talk about some value. Oh, I'm sorry. Forgot one item. Set it aside and totally forgot about it. So, that wasn't the last item. This is a mouse pad. Now this is from, I totally forget what this is from. This is from Gears of War, I think. Do my research. Borderlands, that's what it's from. My bad, I haven't played that game. Yeah, Borderlands, that's what the mouse pad's from. So this is just an oversized mouse pad. And normally I don't really care about mouse pads, but I've started using them more recently. I have the wireless mouse and keypad. I usually just use my knee with the wireless mouse, but I found mouse pads work better, so I put them various places in my room to use them. So I kind of like this. And then we have we also have a patch that we got, and our Loot Crate pin. So again, these aren't things with like tremendous value or anything like that, but there's still stuff in here. This is from Replicant Corporate Logo Patch. So this is a patch from a replication company, a company that does replicants. So they just put a patch in here to pay homage to them. So that's cool, I guess, but again, just filler stuff, no biggie. So again, sorry, let's go through these items and talk about some value. So, first off, our shirt. Cool shirt, good design, I liked it, but it'll get the standard $12 to $15 price point. the skull, this collectible skull. Like I said, not super high in quality, so I would put this right around $12 to $15. It might go up. It is exclusive, so over time, if people like search for it, it might go up in value. But like I said, because this isn't a very well-known company, I don't see it being super collectible because it's not very well known. It is still cool to have, so I could see it being resold around that price, and possibly a few dollars more than $15. So, but right around 12 to 15, I think is pretty reasonable to ask for that. That's probably what I would pay for it in the store. The mouse pad, only like $5. I wouldn't put a tremendous value on it. It's not super special. It's very easy to get mouse pads made. There are so many companies that can make them. So there's just never very high quality in them, and not everyone uses them, but it's there. I'll put around $5 on it. Then our keychain. Where'd it go? This thing was cool, but again, only like $3 to $5. Standard keychain pricing, because it's nothing super special about it, but it's still cool to have. It had a cool design. Our pencil pouch. This wouldn't be more than $1 or $2. Like, I've never seen a pencil pouch go for more than like $1. You find them at the dollar store, at Target, they're in the dollar section. Pencil pouch, like, not much more you can say about it. Then, our little Target practice posters. I'm going to put these at like $3 to $5, because then, like I said, these aren't, I wouldn't see anyone displaying these because they've been folded. They're more just for target practice. These are usually things that get tucked in for free if you buy like a dart gun or something like that. These are something that are usually given away for free. It has a character on it, so it gets a little bit more value, but honestly like $3 to $5 for that, because I don't see anyone purposely like buying just these by themselves. Like, I couldn't see that happening. Then the stickers and patch together, I just kind of lumped them into one because neither of them by themselves have like a ton of value, or pretty much any value by that means, but I just put them together as like $1 or $2. This was an advertisement. This was for a replicant company that most people probably wouldn't recognize, so just $1 or $2 for the pair of them, just to give them some value. So with that being said, that brings the value on the low end, $37, and on the high end, $49. So you got plenty worth your value. Loot Crate is definitely known for giving tremendous value. You pay right around $20 for it. You easily got double your value, if not like 2.5 times your value, because it was close to $50. Now, a lot of the filler in here was just like, meh, like pencil pouch, like how much use do you have for that, and the pins and stickers and target practice posters were just okay. You can use the mouse pad. The keychain was cool. I thought the shirt was great, and the replicant was cool, especially because it was exclusive. So those like top 3 items were great, and those were the main focus of the box, so I thought that was great. The rest that wasn't that great, but it was just filler anyway, so it wasn't that big of a deal. So, considering you got a good shirt, an exclusive figure, and a cool keychain from a movie that's all like relevant, I'm going to give this box a 7 out of 10. I thought it was pretty good. I wasn't super blown away, but I definitely like the stuff in here. I'm totally keeping this skull. I'm going to put it on display. I'll wear the shirt and maybe use the keychain for something. And you got great value, fantastic value. So Loot Crate never disappoints on that. The rest of the stuff was just okay, and it kind of seems like there's no use for the rest of it. And I don't even think you could resell a lot of that stuff because there's just not much use for it. So it might even deserve a little more than 7 out of 10 because it just got such high value. They're just so good at giving good value. But let me know what you guys thought about it, and then maybe we'll reevaluate that score for the monthly review. But me personally, like the quality of the items and how much we got in there, I'm saying 7 out of 10, maybe a little more than that. Let me know what you guys thought. Anyway, this has been Loot Crate. Thank you all for watching. Love you all. Peace.